Hello everyone, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see my screen, if everything works fine. I will wait for your answers. Okay, I got a message that everything works fine. So let me say a couple of words before we begin our today's webinar. My name is Alexander, I'm Stripo support manager. Our company registered in the USA, but the whole our team located in Ukraine. We always open to different suggestions. If you have a suggestion or proposals how we can improve our editor about our webinars, if you would like to propose a theme for the next webinar, please write to us via this chat or here. Send a message or to our support at stripo.email. I added the email address to the chat, and we will consider your suggestions, and if it will possible, we will add a new feature to our editor, or maybe the theme that you will propose will be the next one for our webinars. Today we will create an email for Black Friday. As an example, we will use this template that has been created by our designers previously. So we will try to recreate this design. In the process of the webinar, we will see how we can use timer block. We will see how you can add a custom font to our editor, and the work of other our features. So let's get started. Let's create new email. I will use just empty template. This one. To check different preferences of the template that we will use as an example, I will use developer tools. To use them, you should click F12 key on your keyboard and click by this element and hover it over different elements to see their sizes and other styles and preferences. So as you can see, we have a big stripe with a black background. So let's try to recreate this color out of the code here. So I will add one more stripe and set the background color, or we can use just transparent color for the background color of content. And let's try to add, for example, this image with a text. So I will just copy and paste this link this way. So you can upload images to our editor and they will store in our storage, or you can leave it as an external link, and in this case you will have an image that will store within different storages. So let's copy paste a text and add it to a text block this way. Also I would like to align it. And I would like to set gray color for this text here. What about sizes? We have 14 pixels open sans. So we can set open sans font for the whole email for the whole text of an email in the appearance general settings menu. So let's find it here. And maybe we should set it for headings as well. So let's do it. Okay, now we have the same preferences for the text. What about the image? We have 150 width and 25 and 30 pixels paddings for structure. So let's recreate these preferences and let's reduce the size of this image this way. Okay, now we can move to the next element, and I'm going to the same way copy paste this image to our editor. What about size of this image? 380, and we haven't paddings for the structures. So let's remove them and increase size of the container up to the desired size this way. And we can also reduce intent between containers, and we should add a couple of text blocks here, button and timer block. So let's recreate this design. Two text blocks, two text blocks, button and timer. Okay, let's take a look at preferences of our timer. So I believe we can use the same color for the background. Of the timer block. What about colors for text? We can try to use just white color and increase the size for the numbers. Also, we can use a timer block with activated display days switcher, or we can use it without it, in the case if you would like to have the same design. And to customize other elements, we have to move to the advanced settings. So here we can set another color for different elements. So I'm going to find the tone of the red color, let's say from here. So we will set it for the button in the frozen, but at the moment we will add it 2 seconds this way. And I believe we can try to use this gray color to set it for labels. So for the separated, we can try to use a bit darker color, let's say this one. And for the days, we can use this color. Okay, what about paddings? We have 20 and 50, 15, 20 from the top, and 15 from the left and from the right. Okay, this way. Now we can move to the next element. and I'm going to just copy paste this text element here. Let's take a look at other preferences of this element. This element is just a text and not a heading. 14 pixels Oswald. And also we have this font for this text element and this button. So to recreate this design, we should configure our custom font, because we won't find this font in the list of accessible fonts here. So let's repeat our preferences for color and for and size. Sorry, size and for size and for color. H1 28 pixels. So we can configure it here, and just set this element as a heading and set white color for it. The same we can do for this text element. So we have appropriate font size. We should just configure the color. So let's move to preferences of our account. To get there, we should click by organization settings, move to the project section, and choose the necessary project. In our case, I am using demonstration project here. And in the preferences of a project, we can add a custom font this way. Please be advised that you can add a font to our editor just as a CSS link. So let's try to find the link for our font. We have to use Oswald. So we can try to find it in Google Fonts here. Choose the necessary option. Let's say we will use regular one, and we can try to use this link out of here, copy it, and add it to these preferences. Also, we have to add the name for this font and set here font family. So, for example, we can use this order of for fonts, for fallback fonts. So in the case if an email service won't able to display Oswald, it will display just Arial or Times New Roman. Okay, let me check if everything okay. I didn't set this link correct, so now it should work properly. Let's move to our email and check if everything's fine. So I'm going to use the same drop-down list of fonts and find this font at the top of this list. So as you can see, now we're able to configure the font the way that we would like to do it in accordance with our design. Now we have to just add paddings for these blocks. 15 from the left, from the right, from the top, and 15 from the left for this one. Let's move to the next element, which is button. So we can configure buttons in preferences of block, and we can do it in the appearance menu here. So I'm going to use the second option, because all newly created buttons will be created in accordance with these preferences. So I'm going to remove border, border radius, change maybe a font. Yes, also Oswald. What about font size 12, I believe? Yes. And this way. So now we have our button. Go. And we can just replace the text. And increase the size for the button via internal paddings. So let's take a look. We have 15 and 35. And of course we should align the button to the left, this way. And button has 15 pixels from all sides except the bottom. Okay, we recreated the structure. Let's move to the next structure, which is a structure with menu block. We don't need two containers. I can remove one of them, and I can add the menu block this way. And I believe we haven't paddings from the left and from the right, but we have just from the top 40 pixels and 20 pixels from the bottom. We have to add one more item, and now we can just configure link colors, set their names, home, Black Friday, man, woman, Black Friday, man, woman. Okay, let's set red color for the second item, and let's set background for this element. What about font size? We have Open Sans 18 pixels, and I believe we should reduce a bit paddings from the top and from the bottom. Yes. So we recreated the block, and we can move to the next element with two text containers. So let's just copy and paste the text to a text block, and we can do the same for the second one. I believe we should set it as a heading 1 with red color, and for the second one we may try to use this gray color. This way. What about preferences for the structure? We have 20 from the top, 15 from sides, and 40 at the bottom. Okay, so let's try to create another stripe. We already have it, so we can increase number of structures in the stripe and just repeat preferences that we can see in this email. So we have to add the corresponding number of for paddings. And we can repeat these text elements this way. So we can create 3 text blocks, add the text to them, and maybe we can try to just copy paste this code out of here to create the same design, because I believe we have to set this element as a heading 3. So we have for the heading 3 20 pixels, but we can set it down to the necessary size, and after that designate this element as a heading. Should we use? Yes, we should use bold preferences for the heading, and the same way we should configure this one element. And now we can just add our text to our email this way, and this way avoid to configure all this element via built-in preferences. Okay, what about special offer? We have to set it as a heading 1 and set darker tone of color for this text. Okay, what about gray tone? We can get it out of here and add it this way. Also, I think we should use transparent background for the structure. And now we can move to the next element. A big structure with 2 containers and few blocks. So let's check our preferences for paddings. We have 10 and 20 from the bottom. We have image and we have a few text blocks, H1 and H3. So I believe I can just copy this text blocks. I can copy this button and I can try to add this link. Okay, now we should a bit correct the preferences for this element. So here we have 20 pixels paddings for this text, and other alignment. What about this one? We haven't paddings here, but we have 20 paddings from the bottom. And let's copy paste this text. Oh, actually, I believe I didn't configure our Oswald font. here, here, and for other elements. Yes, should we use? Yes, we should use Oswald for all these text elements. So let's just quickly repeat our actions. Okay. What about this element? I propose also copy paste the entire code for this block, because this way we can simplify this process. And I'm going to replace just this heading tag on our p tag and to align it this way. Now we should replace the text for the button. We should change color. I believe this one. And we also have to increase size for the button. So we have 25 pixels and 40 pixels. 25, yes. Yes, 25 and 40. We haven't these paddings. 25. Okay, we have the same button. Now we can just copy this entire container, and if it's necessary we can replace these elements, but I think we can left all these insignificant details and maybe move to the next element, because to recreate all these elements we should just replace the content of them, just text, images, so not very interesting procedure as for me. Okay, next I'm going to create a new stripe, move our structures there, and let's take a look at preferences of the stripe. We have here red color for the background, so let's set it here, and we can just copy paste the text. So I believe we actually have to use just one structure, so let's remove these two, and I think we can create a new stripe. Align the text, of course. Let's add the second text element, and let's add a button. We can align it this way. What about colors? I believe we have to use just a white color. And for this element, more special offers, we should replace the text. More special. This way. What about, we have here heading 1 and 16 pixels for this text block. Heading 1. What about paddings? We have 40 and 10. this way. And I believe we have the necessary paddings for a button, or maybe we should configure it a bit. 25, 40, 25, 40. Yes, we have the same preferences. What about paddings between blocks? We have 20 from the top and from the bottom for this one, and we can move to the next section. So here we can recreate the structure, I believe, with the help of this one that we created previously, and we can just remove this text block, replace text for this one and for this one, and also we can remove our element that we added via span tag. Okay, let's take a look at our paddings. We have 40, the same as we have for this one. To create this element, we also can try to use our previous structure. So let's try to do it. And we can try to configure it a bit. And we can use, of course, the links for images this way. We can remove this text block this way, and let's try to add a text block for this text and replace the text for the button. What about preferences? We have H1 the same, H3, and 40 pixels for this one. So we have just a normal text with 14 pixels, but we have, I believe, open sans for this text element, and also for other. So let's change our font this way, and we can remove all these blocks to recreate our design. What about size for the containers? So we have 10 pixels, I believe, for the structure. Yes, we have them. We haven't them from the bottom, and we have to increase the size of this container. Yes, up to this size. What about paddings? We have 20 pixels for this button. We haven't paddings for this block. We have also 20 pixels for this block. Also we can, of course, replace the text to get the same design, and this one as well. Okay, we also haven't paddings for this text element, so let's remove them and let's try to use our red color. And now we can I hope we can easily create this structure. If we add just one more container, move the content of our first container to the third one, remove the first one, and after that we can just reduce the size down to the necessary value. And of course we can replace images, text, etc. So I'm not going to maybe repeat all these preferences because it goes without saying. So it's actually the same structure, just with opposite placement of containers. Okay, at the bottom of the structure we have one more structure with a button. So let's try to repeat it. Show more post. So we of course can replace the color and the text for the button and align it this way. Okay, here we should to create one more stripe, maybe two more stripes with just one structures in each of them. So let's remove this extra structures and let's try to set background color out of here. For this stripe this way, and for this one. And of course I'm going to just copy paste these text blocks and just replace their content. White color for this one. And what about other preferences? Let's check them via our developer tools. We have heading 1 Oswald, we have 16 pixels open sans. So I'm going to use the top preferences panel again, open sans, Oswald. And what about this button? Actually this button quite identical to this one, just with another color for the text and for the background. What about paddings? We have 20 and 10. This way, and we have 20 pixels just between this text and between this, so we can just remove paddings for the button. Okay, and the last structure with one text container. So let's add one more container, add a text to it. I believe we should use gray color, maybe a bit lighter tone, this one. And to the second container we should add just image and social medias. So I'm going to repeat all my actions that I did previously with other images to add an image and to add social medias. I'm going to check. So we have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. So I have to remove this one and add it again. Now we have the same order of social medias, and I can change there. Maybe we should use white logos instead of gray. And let's check our preferences for paddings. 14 pixels from the top and from the bottom. What else? We have 20 pixels between image and social media's block. And what about size for this? So we can just increase the size for this text block here. 365. So let's do it. Or we can set it this way as numeric value. And maybe we have to increase a bit size for indent between containers. So I believe this is it. We recreated the same design, and maybe we should just a bit correct font size for this element, but actually we have our template. So our template for the Black Friday is ready for sending. So of course you should set links for buttons, for images if it's necessary. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will wait a few minutes. So if you would like to clarify or specify something, please write to us in the chat. Sergey Bычкivsky, you're welcome. Vladas Deeper, you're welcome. So please write to us if you have a proposal about our next webinars. Please drop a preview link. Do you mean this link? If you mean the link, a preview link for the templates that we used for our today webinar, you can find this template in the list of our prepared templates in this section. And you can see it here, or you can find it via our search. So I would like also to ask that you can find the record of this webinar at our YouTube channel, and you can also find other webinars and I believe useful videos about the work of our editor, so you know how you can find them. And we're going to create more webinars about different topics. So if you're interested, please follow us. And since I don't see any more questions, thank you very much everyone that visited us today. Have a good day, night, morning. See you the next time. Bye.